The Prince Rupert Port Authority has announced its intention to expand its Fariview Terminal in the not-too-distant future. The impacts will likely be felt far and wide, especially when it comes to the transportation of goods and services. But expansion of the port comes with pros and cons here in Prince George.
The expansion is expected to accommodate another 500,000 containers. It's natural to expect the number of rail cars on the line between Prince George and Prince Rupert to increase considerably as well. Good news for Initiatives Prince George and this community.
We've seen since 2010 a 70% growth in employment in transportation and warehousing in our city. So this is another indication of those skills in high demand, and those professions and trades in high demand that are all a part of that Asia-Pacific gateway.
The ride between Prince George and the suburb of Myworth isn't a long one, 15 minutes at best, but it requires crossing the rail tracks 3 times. That has always been a concern for residents.
Early last fall, we wrote a letter to CN asking for an outline of their plans over the next few years. We haven't heard back from that yet. And with Ministry of Transportation, they're well aware, of the issues. The easiest step to begin with.
Lara Beckett says residents don't know when the trains will be running through the neighborhood. Getting to work on time can sometimes be an issue, as are concerns about medical emergencies. But resolving the issue will require a deep commitment.
Potentially could straighten the one section and eliminate 2 crossings. You've still got the third. And really the only thing you could probably do out there is some sort of overpass system. And when you're talking for the population of Myworth and the volume of traffic, it's a pretty expensive fix.
That would be a huge item on the regional district's wish list and that of the Myworth residents. But Heather Oland has something else on her wish list with this expansion, getting as many locally produced products on those cars as possible.
Our companies right now are growing, they're expanding, they're incredibly busy. They're incredibly busy in the Prince George and Northern BC regional market. There's a whole world to sell to. And so, the next step in terms of deepening our resiliency and the diversity in our economy is selling to as many customers as possible.
The port expansion is expected to be complete in mid-2017. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.